This is such a wonderful setting, isn't it? The RAC, I would say, is probably the best club in the world. And the Mountbatten Hall, where we are today, has a special significance because Lord Mountbatten was the last viceroy of India. And that was 1947. And as you know, plenty of things have changed. Britain has become a hugely multicultural society, different ethnic background, different religions, looking forward with positivity. And I'm so glad that so many of you are here. And many of you are dressed in this wonderful, colorful Indian attire. I came here about 20 years ago and I wanted to host a Diwali party. And 20 years ago, it was a different kind of Britain. And there was a white, old English man who was the manager for this place. And I went to him and I said, look, I want to host a Diwali party. He had a sort of an amused look and he said, what is Diwali? I said, Diwali is the festival of light and it is a very important Indian festival. It's celebrated across India by Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and it's a wonderful event that we want to bring to the RAC. And he looked at me and he was quite sort of still amused and he said, what do you do at a Diwali party? So I said, look, we will have people in colorful attire coming here. So he then was a bit uncomfortable. He said, look, do you recognize, young man, I was still young at that time, that we have a strict policy of dress. You know, we only have a suit and a tie, and then all ladies have to be dressed modestly in evening wear. I said, yes, but would you mind allowing my guests to wear Indian colorful attire, you know? He said, look, I will try. So I was trying to slowly sort of stretch the envelope, and he said, what next? I said, we will also have some music and dancing. Goodness, this is the RAC, this is the State English Club, you know, you can't do all that here. I said, but look, you know, we will have a Diwali party, you know, you can't just have a quiet Diwali party, you should have a noisy Diwali party. So he said, look, it's beyond my pay grade, so I have to ask somebody upstairs. So I will. So I said, but hold on for just a moment before you go. There's one more request, and that is, we'll have some candle lights, because it's a festival of lights, so we will have some candles, candlelight. God, this is just getting, you know, it's impossible. You know, we've got priceless paintings out here, and we're not going to allow candles here. And I said, well, we'll try. So I think he went upstairs, and it was just luck that we were allowed to have our first Diwali party. And it's now 20 years that they now welcome us, and they love having this Diwali party. So I don't think any of you will stop for not being dressed in a suit and tie. So welcome you, and I have to thank the RAC for being so kind in letting us have this Diwali party year after year. Many of you have asked me, what is Diwali? And this is a question I've been asked many years, and frankly, I can't give you an exact answer. I define India as an very organized chaos. There's so many things, and everything has got a different meaning. And Diwali has many meanings, and my favorite is, and it is one of the meanings of Diwali. There was a famous king called Rama, Lord Rama, and the Ramayana is a very important epic in India's culture. Lord Rama is banished from his kingdom by his evil stepmother, and he is asked to go for 14 years into the forest. So he dutifully agrees to do that, and after 14 years he returns back to his rightful kingdom as the king. And on that day, his subjects are so happy that this noble king is returning with his beautiful wife Sita and his brother Lakshman. And so they light the path to the kingdom and rejoice by dancing on the street with new clothes, with festivities, with wonderful music and food. And that's what Diwali is. So one of the explanations of Diwali is that. But the Diwali is also quite spiritual in terms of what it is that Diwali signifies. It signifies light. And light, as you know, dispels darkness. It also talks about joy and sorrow. It talks about hope. It talks about friendship. And on this day, many people who are sworn enemies become friends. And so Diwali is not just eating, drinking, but it has a lot of deep significance on a spiritual basis. So I hope that you all take this point about Diwali's light and hope and friendship back home. I would end with a story about, a true story, I would say. Many years ago, just after 9/11, there was a freshly minted ambassador of Britain. He was sent to India, and he was made the Deputy High Commissioner for Chennai, which is in the southern part of India, Madras as it used to be called before. And he was sent there, and because it was just past 9/11, he was given a clear instruction that be careful, there's a lot of, security issues. So you make sure that you are careful in whatever you do. So on Diwali day, he was asleep, and this is Chennai, and this is the southern part of India. And suddenly at 4 o'clock, he's awoken by loud noises. There was a lot of noise. There were things which were, going up in the sky. It was bombs going on. And he rushes down, really, really scared. He says, look, guys, his security guys were downstairs. He said, we are being attacked now. And these two guys, they look at him and nod this way and say, sorry, sir, this is Diwali in Chennai. We start at 4 in the morning. So, there are different parts of India with different cultures, with different vegetation, with different climate. They all celebrate Diwali at different times. But South India is notorious in starting at 4 in the morning. So do enjoy yourself. We are going to have some wonderful surprise now, because I think my daughter would explain to you this wonderful dance group who are here today. Okay, great. Thank you for coming over and enjoy the